Have you ever been sitting on your couch at home with your significant other watching HGTV and say out loud, wow, I really like that house, but the color of that house is foul? Most of us, hopefully, are all going to be homeowners someday. With homeownership will come some general maintenance. So today, I'm going to walk you through why it's important to keep the paint on your house up to date. For starters, this is a topic that I'm pretty well versed in. I'm currently the general manager for a large painting company that spans across the United States. We paint around 5 to 10,000 houses every year. Me personally, I've painted almost every type of exterior you can slap paint on during my career so far. Most people think that painting your house is just to make it look pretty. While this is true, that putting a fresh coat of paint can make your house look a lot better, the purpose of painting is a little bit more extensive. So, a couple fun facts about the house painting industry from IBIS World. Painting, just in general, is a $43 billion industry, yes, with a B. There are 323,194 painting businesses in the United States, and the industry employs over 500,000 people. So, going back to the why. First and foremost, nature can be pretty hardcore on your house. The way I explain it to my customers is to think of a coat of paint as a sunscreen for your house. Like you wouldn't go outside, you wouldn't go to the pool without putting sunscreen on, just like you wouldn't build a house without protecting it. So, according to the Department of Energy, cooling your home naturally, report dark colors, dull colors can absorb about 70 to 90% of the sun's radiant energy, which can then be transferred into the home. Meanwhile, light-colored paint can help reflect some of the sun's heat away from the home. For example, white walls are going to obviously repel more light away, and like darker colored houses are going to absorb more of that sunlight. So another article from the Tulsa Christian Bros painting points out that if new paint can add even a few years onto the lifespan of that siding, you could end up saving hundreds to thousands of dollars in the eventual expenses. In addition, new paint can help you cover up or temporarily repair damage that your old siding has sustained. So that's another thing, is it's not just keeping it away from the sunlight, but also moisture. So once you move past the sunshine, the next obstacle is moisture. According to the census data from data.gov, in the last 3 years, over 300,000 residential houses have been built, with anywhere from 12 to 27% of those houses have wood exteriors on some point. Without a coat of protection from paint, rainwater could soak up in any exposed wood. Over time, that absorption and evaporation of the water is going to cause that wood to splinter and rot, leading to thousands of dollars in remodeling costs. I think the guy that we use for our carpentry needs, he says it's anywhere from $50 to $200 a board. So, a $3,000 paint job could save you more money than what it costs to paint the house in repairs every year if you don't have to do any more maintenance. So, most paint jobs can last anywhere from 5 to 10 years, depending on the grade of paint that the homeowner uses, and also how well the painter preps the house. However, a general inspection of the house should be done every year to check conditions of the exterior, and also to point out any areas where a pest problem could evolve. Most paints have mildewcide in them, so you won't have any like rotting wood or any mold growing on the house. And it's also like termites, bed bugs. They can find their way in the little nooks and crannies of the house, and sometimes even just slapping a quick coat of paint on that is not going to allow them to come back in. So, and there was this was a article from a catalog data, basically just talked about a general inspection, just looking at your house and seeing a pest problem before it happens can also save you a ton of money. So the final benefit for a homeowner to paint their house could be the resale value. So slapping a coat of paint on that house could help the house sell faster. With how home prices on the incline the last couple of years, some of my previous clients wanted to sell their house because they were going to get a lot of their investment. So they called me because they didn't want to put their faded and peeling mess on the market. The last thing new home buyers want to do is move in and then stand out in the sunlight every weekend for the first couple months getting their house painted. So they call me, I come put a facelift on it, and then it sells quicker. So an article from Open Door also found that painting exterior cost, let's say it's $1,400, could result in around a $2,000 increase in value of the home just by doing that, so the next home buyer doesn't have to. So, in closing, not only is it nice to come home to a house that looks really nice, but it's also a great peace of mind knowing that the home can defend against the elements, prevent you from having thousands of dollars worth of neglect repairs, and making sure critters and stuff like that don't get in. So, thank you.